Hey there, Mystery Arts Inc. fam. Buckle up, because I'm about to serve you a piping hot review of a jaw-dropping new magic product that's landing on April 19th of 2023. And by that I mean, of course, Any Thought of Card to Pocket by G and Christian Grace. Now, before we get into the juicy details, let me make something crystal clear. I'm not an Ellusionist employee, and I'm free to spill the tea. Sure, the link below gives me a tiny kickback, but that's not my main drive for making this video. I'm also very good friends with both Christian and G, but as you'll see in this video, I've been aware of this product for nearly a year, watching it grow, develop, as well as using pieces of it myself when I casually perform. G actually taught me this in a phone call a while back. I was the first one outside the company to see the video instructions, which I'm very thankful for, but again, I'm free to shit on this or praise it from the rooftops with clarity and transparency. I also bought this product my own hard-earned cash. There's no freebies or handouts here, and my goal is to share you my experience and no BS thoughts about this wicked trick, because it is amazing. That being said, if you either click the link below or use the promo code Jacob Michaels, you can snag not just 10% off Thought of Card to Pocket, but 10% off your entire order. So if you're eyeballing that $550 Patata Smart Memo Pad like I am, you can get a whopping $55 off. That, as well as everything else you need from the e-store. Thanks to the e-team for this special offer for my followers and subscribers. All right, Magic Comrades, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of Any Thought of Card to Pocket and dish out some of the deets on this effect itself. So imagine this. The spectator takes a deck of cards and counts 10 cards. They think of any one of those cards, and just like that, poof, it vanishes from their hands. They count it again, and now there's only 9 cards. And where's that pesky vanished card? You guessed it, chilling in your pocket. But wait, there's more. There's no roughing, no magnets, and no need to carry 10 outs. From the moment your spectator grabs that deck, you don't have to lift a finger. Plus, it resets instantly, faster than you can say abracadabra. And that was cheesy, I had to do it. This product comes immaculately packaged, which I'll show you all when I get mine on Instagram at jedi.shit. So give me a follow on there on Instagram, see my magic account going forward. And I do know the package contents, and I've seen everything in the packaging in London last month, so I can tell you, you get all the goods needed to make any red bicycle deck into a deadly weapon. I don't know if there are plans to make them on other back designs, like cohorts or other colors, but who knows what could happen depending on how you all react. So not only will you learn the full hands-off gimmicked routine, but you'll also discover how to perform it with a marked deck and even a regular deck. As a cherry on top, you'll get a bonus visual cards across effect using 2 different decks of cards where you never touch their cards. And you can make one vanish and later reappear in their hands without ever touching them. Pure sorcery. For now, let's get back in the story of my Vegas escapades and how Any Thought of Card to Pocket blew my mind when I was first introduced to it in an earlier version in 2022 by G himself. So let's rewind to my wild time in Vegas during Magic Live, rubbing elbows with the Ellusionist team and the legendary Peter Turner while filming How to Read Minds 2. Back in May of 2022, that's when I met Geraint Clarke, which I'm sure I'm bombing his name, also known as G, who sneak peeked me into one of the earliest versions of this mind melting effect. Back then, G had just added the part where the spectator thinks of a card and that vanishes, and fast forward to the recent additions to the ending and the genius touches of Christian Grace, and this trick is transformed to something out of this world. Alright, so what's the big deal with Any Thought of Card to Pocket? Well, first off, it's self-working and so easy to do. You could do it in your sleep. It resets in a snap, making a lifesaver performers who are always on the go. And let me tell you, this is a double whammy. It fools magicians and annihilates lay people's minds alike. So let's get into the downloadable contents. So in Any Thought of Card to Pocket, you know, you're going to see a lot of different goodies in here. There's a lot in this little download, which is great. So let's get into what's really in store for us, and we'll talk about the quality of the filming content first. So first things first, can we just talk about the stellar filming location in London? I mean, it's the same epic spot as the recently released Scribe project, and it's giving me all the magical vibes. G and Christian bring their A game, keeping the teaching engaging, exciting, unlike some of those snooze fest magic downloads we've all endured. These guys know how to make learning a blast. Now, let's make a trip down memory lane. This bad boy has been brewing for a couple of years, starting as a simple but powerful cards across effect. Born after a wild night out with Mark Lemon and Dwayne Williams discussing a particular magic gimmick. After a few jam sessions with Christian Grace later, this trick is morphed into a mind-bending mutant hybrid of slick, simple, and effective magic methods. Christian's contributions include crystal clear instructions for the spectators, killer alternative handling of the thought of card revelation, which are really interesting, and a blank canvas for you to add your own flair and style, which I think is just really interesting. It's good when you take an effect of somebody else's and you make it your own. So let's dive deeper into the main effect and all the juicy variations that G and Christian dish out. These two magic maestros go back and forth, sharing their approaches and jamming on each variation. G loves to live on the edge, taking a slightly chancier approach, I guess, while Christian is all about having the bases covered 100% of the time. Even with G's daring style, the structure and the tips make it a surefire hit. The nearly impromptu version of the normal deck is a devastatingly clear variation that requires minimal setup and delivers a super clean ending, perfect for when you want to perform on the fly. The visual hands-off version with two different colored decks is really unique. This is what I saw in Vegas. This variation builds on the traditional cards across premise and is highly visual, making it an instant crowd pleaser. It's the same version again that G showed me in Vegas, and it absolutely blew me away back then. I had no idea, and when he told me how it worked, I can't believe it. The single deck version is a quick, high impact effect. It's completely hands off, and it's perfect for those moments when you want to deliver a punch without too much mess or fuss. The killer Mark deck variation presented by Christian, this version eliminates a lot of the setup and required for the main version, and it fits any style. It's one of my personal favorites from this project, and it's sure to impress. Can't say much more. The thought of card to pocket with the do as I do premise is a really intriguing variation that expands upon the card to spectators pocket idea that was discussed earlier. Their thought of card goes to your pocket, while a card you think of from your spread goes to their pocket. With a variation, onlooker can even verify the card in your packet of cards, and you can show it to them with one basic handling idea. In addition to these fantastic variations, G and Christian also go to provide loads of tips to hedge the bets and create a controlled outcome. They even discuss special occasions where you can literally make the card appear in the spectator's pocket, like the legendary story featuring Dynamo of TV fame, which left him absolutely jaw-dropped and astounded. The last version is an excellent example how G's chancer approach is still a surefire winner because of all the structure and tips given in the download, covering different what-if situations. So with all these variations and tips at your disposal, you'll have everything you need to make any thought of card to pocket your go-to trick for wowing audiences. Whether you're a risk taker like G and me, or prefer playing it safe like Christian, it's time to level up your magic game and leave the spectators' minds blown. But wait, there is something else here. G shares a story where everything went catastrophically wrong, and he recovered with grace. Pun absolutely intended. Christian offers insights and contrasting opinions, turning this section to a mini masterclass on handling performance disasters like a pro. Finally, G and Christian wrap up things with an acknowledging the giants whose shoulders they've stood on, breaking down the history and credits for this effect. It's a testament to the blood, sweat, and tears that poured into the research and development of this particular magical masterpiece. So there you have it. A glimpse into the amazing content you'll find in any thought of card to pocket. And if you don't find something in here that blows your mind or adds value to your magic arsenal, then you're either bonkers or you're some kind of magical deity. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this gem. It's just a bargain at, I believe, $35 when it actually releases, $30 currently at the time of filming this video. Now listen up. I'm not just hyping this effect from the sidelines. I'm a pre-order buyer just like you folks. I've got my order locked and loaded, and I'm waiting on the edge of my seat for its arrival because I know it's gonna be worth its weight in gold. I truly believe in the power of this trick and its potential to catapult your EDC Magic game into the stratosphere. Just throw it into any red bicycle deck, go on out, and you're good. When you don't want to use it, just leave it in the box. Who cares? It's your trick. So, are you ready to kick your Magic performance up a notch? Well, don't miss out on pre-ordering your copy of Any Thought of Card to Pocket by G and Christian Grace. And because I like you guys, use the link again in the description to score 10% off your entire order. I'm not here to shove sales down your throat, but to share my passion for this game-changing effect. I can't wait to use it. So elevate your magic game and leave your audiences shook. So as we wrap up this wild ride of review, let me tell you again how insanely cool Any Thought of Card to Pocket is. From my first-hand experience watching it from the Ellusionist trick to the crazy Vegas shenanigans of the Ellusionist crew and Peter when I first saw it, I can confidently say that this is a must-have for any magician worth their wand. That's it for today, Mystery Arts Inc. fam. I hope you enjoyed this edgy, funny, and trendy review of the upcoming release, Any Thought of Card to Pocket. Keep practicing, keep performing, and always remember to stay magical. Until next time, this is Jake signing off. Catch you on the double lift side.
Yeah. You do it together, synchronized. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're too slow.